Good morning everybody, it's Christian from Serene Education with the 4 majors and notice update for the 22nd of August 2011. Hi guys, just going to look at the 4 majors this morning, starting with the Euro against US dollar. Daily up first. Friday closed higher than Thursday's candle, however Asian market trading this morning going into the European session, GMT, has seen price trading lower than Friday's close. We have seen price failing to break above the ceiling level, and we had this bearish down candle on Thursday. However, Friday's candle we saw some upward movement, testing prior highs, however not closing at those highs and forming this swing low, which happened to be lower than this one, which had to be on par with that one and lower than that. So price direction still going lower, the highs are getting lower. We have seen higher swings. You can see the price is now being squeezed. Are we going to see a bounce higher on this high, or are we going to see a break lower? This is a squeeze pattern now coming into today's candle. It'll be interesting to see. News-wise, nothing out today. Very quiet today on the news front. That's not saying that things will still happen. Still waters run deep, as they might say. So we might see a bit more price action, regardless of if there's any news to back or to move the market. So hesitation, the fact that we had a bullish upside movement after this failure to break higher still tells us that price is still willing to go higher. To see that action, how we want to see, obviously see price breaking and closing well above the 14,400 mark to give us that indication. Failure to do so, would obviously see that as a significant resistance level, and we should see price falling over and testing lower. Ideally, intraday, as price is moving to the downside, you can see CTC still extended for further upside movements. Great. So we just need a break above 1445.50 to give us that. However, we could look at the lows of the previous day on Friday as our first target. So down here towards a 20 period moving average would be a start. And then a break below that, then we're looking at the price swings, etc. And we could be looking ultimately back down to 1400. Intraday, you can see that on a 4 hour, for example, the lower swings, the highs getting lower as we move sideways, and we can see the shooting star formation showing exhaustion in price and the indecision going into this morning's trading session. You can see it's now broken below our prior support and resistance level here at the 14,3700 mark, and if it can stay below that, then obviously we're going to see further extensions. CTC on this time frame, on the other side is blue. However, we have mixed signals on the actual candlestick pattern itself, so we'd like to see a definite bullish or bearish move, but this thing stand, we could be looking at the bottom ends over here as our first target, roughly around the 14,300 mark. To start with, a break below that, and the institutional moving average would see price reverting down to the 14,1500 mark. We've had some nice support there in the past. So, yeah, shooting stars, you can see that the momentum as it stands now, we're looking at that. We don't see an upside movement, and we see consolidation under the 14,3700 mark, and we can see further lows for the start of this week. Just be aware that we've had higher swings, so we are seeing consolidation. So we could see a bit of indecision at this point chat roughly around the 14,300 mark. So be aware of it. Moving on to sterling against US dollar. You'll notice that Friday we saw an upside candle. We've seen a full week of upside movement. CTC's in our favor, and we're now trading above a previous support and resistance level. If you want to, roughly above the 1645 mark. Which happened to be price support in the past, and we are making our way up towards prior highs at roughly the 16,700 mark. So things are looking good. However, this morning Asian market trading, we've seen price trading at the low end. So consolidation. If the consolidation doesn't break and close lower than, or doesn't trade lower than 16,4500, then what we're seeing is a pullback in this up move, and we should see further progression higher as the week continues. And so we've got to look at 16,4500 as our intraday support. There we go, which happened to be prior resistance. Now we've broken above that, as I mentioned. Any upswing, you want to see higher swings, higher swing, higher swing, higher swing, higher swing, or swinging higher. However, we've seen price breaking that on our 4-hour, and we're trading at the bottom end of it. So 16,4500 would have to be a strong support. A break below that would see price just faking out on a bigger time frame, forming a exhaustion candle, and we should see price reverting to the downside. Price is testing or trading above all the moving averages on a 4-hour, and the CTC is well extended for us. So we should see the same top pattern hourly. There we go. Higher swings, 16,4500 being a price support and resistance level. Price has tested a prior resistance level that we saw on the hourly chart at 16,600, and we've seen price break lower. As long as 16,4500 is held, and we can see price staying above that, then we should see price reattempting those highs that we saw previously. Next up is the US dollar against Swiss franc. We've seen this upside movement caused by the Swiss franc, or the government getting involved, the Swiss government getting involved, and trying to stop this downside movement that we've seen in the market over many a month, which has seen the US dollar lose a lot of ground against the Swiss franc, and we saw price revert to the upside. This classic morning star formation here, and we've seen price reverting and recently failing to break up the 80, which happened to be a prior resistance level, support, and now it's becoming a resistance. But you can still see that the major trend is still governed. Well, we're still trading below the major trend and still looking negative until such time as we're actually trading above it, I think. So regardless of it has been an upside movement, yes, intraday, fantastic. You know, you can trade those, not a problem at all. But on the overall outlook, it's just a consolidation in a down market, and you got to respect that. So yes, we've got a blue arrow, but we haven't got any blue candles, and the CTC is still red. It's just telling us that heads up, we are going to be testing, or there could be a possibility of a bullishness. But we're trading against a prior resistance level as well as the major downtrend, and it's still going to look bearish until such time as we're trading well above that. So in my eyes, still look for consolidation. We have seen a consolidation. We could see a further pullback. Price is testing a prior consolidation. If it fails to hang on to that side of the candle, roughly around the 78.50 mark, then we could see price testing 76 quite soon. Last pair of the day is the US dollar against Japanese yen. Yeah, this is trading at all-time lows, and we saw a lot of indecision recently. We're still getting a lot of it. It's trading below the low end of it, but we're still very indecisive. We've had a full week and a bit of spinning tops and dojis, very, very indecisive, and we all know that the US dollar is trading at an all-time low against the Japanese yen, and we've seen the Japanese market trying to intervene, trying to instate monetary policies to try and alleviate this downside movement that we've seen on the US dollar in as many months. You could see that we come from all-time highs well back in the early parts of 2010. We're really trading an all-time low for this pair, and as things don't look more and more rosier in the US economy, then you're going to find the yen's still going to benefit from that. So very indecisive. We've had the candle this morning has seen price testing prior highs. A lot of movements, get me wrong, in price action, but we're still seeing that price action trading at the low end of the wick. We want to see a nice bullish up candle to confirm that heads up, hey, let's get moving to the upside. But until such time we keep seeing these long wicks with a lot of indecision in between, small trading ranges in between, we're going to see this just consolidating to the downside, because the CTC is still looking very, very negative for this pair overall. So we want to see either a bearish engulfing, a push lower to give us that indication we're going to be looking for further downside movement, or a massive candle higher to give us an idea that the price is looking for upside. Otherwise, it's just going to go sideways, and it's not worth really trading because the trading range is quite small. So yeah, not much really to on the US dollar Japanese yen to really be happy about. We've got to see a decision candle, which hasn't come out yet, but we used to say we could have one this week. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for today's analysis. Hope you have a fantastic trading day or open session for the week ahead. Please ensure that you follow the money management rules for this particular template, and most importantly, keep it simple. And when action happens, take those profits when they present themselves, and most importantly, trade serenely.